Have you ever loved someone who truly cared for you? Someone who made you feel safe, valued, and understood? And then, have you ever lost that person? The pain of losing a caring man is not just heartbreak. It's a deep, aching void that words can barely describe. It's a wound that doesn't just sit on the surface. It burrows deep, touching every part of your existence. But why does it hurt so much? Why does it feel like a part of you is missing? Why does it feel like the very fabric of your world has unraveled? And most importantly, how do you heal? Before we dive in, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us reach more people who need to hear this message. Now, let's begin. 1. The depth of his love. Not every man loves deeply, but when a caring man does, his love is felt in the smallest details. It is not just in grand gestures or spoken words, but in the quiet moments, the unspoken understanding, and the way he makes you feel safe without effort. He's the one who notices when you're quiet, even when you say you're fine. He's the one who remembers the little things, your favorite drink, the song you always hum, the way you like your pillow fluffed before bed. He anticipates your needs before you even express them, offering comfort without being asked. Whether it's warming your hands on a cold day, making sure you eat when you're too busy to think about yourself, or simply looking into your eyes and knowing exactly what you need, his love is woven into your everyday life in ways you may not have even realized until he was gone. A caring man doesn't just provide love, he gives reassurance, safety, and emotional stability. He becomes a constant source of support, a steady foundation in an unpredictable world. He protects your heart, not just by shielding it from pain, but by filling it with warmth, joy, and security. His presence is a constant reminder that you are cherished, not just in words, but through actions. A touch on your back as he passes by, a smile that reassures you after a long day, the way he listens when you talk about your passions and fears. These moments build a foundation of deep, unwavering love that cannot be replaced. But when you lose a man like that, it's not just losing a boyfriend or husband, it's losing your best friend, your safe space, your home. It's losing the one person who made the world feel a little less chaotic, a little less lonely. It's as if a piece of your world has been pulled away, leaving behind a gap that nothing else seems to fill. The way he used to make you feel secure is suddenly replaced by a vulnerability that is raw and unfamiliar. And no matter how much time passes, the echoes of his love remain, making his absence just as profound as his presence once was. That's why the pain cuts so deep, because when love is real, its absence is just as powerful. It's not just missing the person, it's missing the feeling of being loved so profoundly. It's missing the version of yourself that felt at peace in his presence, the version that flourished because of his unwavering support. It's missing the life you built together, the inside jokes, the familiar touch, the simple moments that meant the most. 2. The silent echoes of loss. At first, you may not even realize how much has changed. It doesn't hit you all at once. Instead, it comes in waves, unexpected and overwhelming. The loss creeps into the spaces he once occupied, into the routines you shared, into the smallest details of your life. You wake up instinctively reaching for your phone, expecting a good morning text that never comes. You sit at the dinner table, and suddenly the seat across from you feels unbearably empty. Even the most mundane parts of your day feel different without him in them. You catch yourself talking out loud, saying something you would have said to him, only to be met with silence. You go to bed and instinctively reach for the warmth that is no longer there. You find yourself laughing at something out of habit, only to realize he's not there to share the moment. You hear a song on the radio and remember how he used to sing along, off-key but with so much joy. You pass by his favorite coffee shop and feel a lump in your throat, remembering the mornings you spent there together. It's in these moments that loss feels the most profound, in the quiet, in the spaces he once occupied, in the echoes of a love that still lingers. The absence of a caring man is loud in its silence. It's in the way your bed feels colder at night, in the way you automatically reach for his hand when crossing the street, in the way you hesitate before telling a story, because he was always the one you told first. The absence is everywhere, in ways that are both expected and entirely unpredictable. It's a shadow that follows you, a whisper in your mind, a constant reminder that life is now different. And the hardest part? The world keeps moving, expecting you to get over it. Friends tell you to distract yourself, to meet new people, to move on. But how do you move on from someone who became a part of your daily life, your emotions, your soul? How do you let go of the person who made you feel so deeply loved, so wholly understood? How do you reconcile the fact that the person who knew you best, who held your heart so carefully, is now just a memory? Grief doesn't have a timeline. Healing isn't about forgetting. It's about learning to carry the love forward, even when the person is no longer by your side. It's about finding a way to honor what was, while also allowing yourself to grow beyond the pain. It's about understanding that grief is not a straight line, but a winding path with unexpected turns. And most importantly, it's about realizing that while his love may no longer be physically present, the impact of that love will always remain a part of you. His presence, though gone, has shaped you in ways that cannot be erased, and in that way, he is never truly lost. 3. The struggle between holding on and letting go. There comes a point where you're stuck between two painful choices. Do you hold on to the memories, replaying them until they consume you? Or do you force yourself to let go, even when your heart isn't ready? This is where many people feel lost. Letting go feels like betrayal, as if you're erasing the love, as if it never mattered. The mind clings to familiarity, to the comfort of what once was, even when it no longer exists in the present. The memories flood in uninvited. The laughter, the shared secrets, the touch that once felt like home. They whisper in quiet moments, in the spaces between heartbeats. And in those moments the pain sharpens, reminding you of what's gone. But the truth is, letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean the love wasn't real. It just means you are choosing yourself. It means recognizing that some chapters must end for new ones to begin. Still, it's not easy. One day you feel strong, ready to heal. The next day, a small reminder, a song, a scent, a place, breaks you all over again. You replay conversations, searching for answers. You wonder if things could have been different, if you should have fought harder, if you should have held on just a little longer. Healing isn't a straight path. It's messy, painful, and exhausting. Some days you'll feel like you're making progress. Other days it will feel like you've taken 10 steps back. But step by step, breath by breath, you'll get there. Because eventually, the memories that once hurt will start to fade into gratitude. The pain will soften, and you will realize that you are still whole, even without what you lost. 4. The journey of healing. So, how do you heal from losing a caring man? How do you mend a heart that feels shattered beyond repair? First, allow yourself to feel. Don't rush your pain. Let yourself cry, scream, or sit in silence, whatever your heart needs. Pretending you're okay when you're not will only prolong the healing process. Write letters you'll never send. Pour your emotions onto the page, giving them a place to exist outside of your mind. Talk to someone who understands, a friend, a therapist, even a stranger who has walked this road before. Grief needs an outlet, or it will consume you from the inside. Second, take back your energy. When you lose someone, it's easy to get stuck in what was. Your thoughts orbit around the past, replaying moments that no longer belong to you. But healing starts when you shift your focus to what is. Instead of drowning in nostalgia, start creating something new. Find new routines, new hobbies, new ways to care for yourself. Wake up and stretch, take long walks, rediscover the things that bring you joy. Read books that inspire you, learn a new skill, explore the world around you. Pour the love you once gave to him back into yourself. Make self-love your priority, not as a distraction, but as a way to rebuild. And finally, remember that love didn't die, it just changed forms. The care he gave you still exists in the way you love yourself and others. The warmth, the kindness, the lessons, those don't disappear. They become part of you, shaping you into someone wiser, stronger, more compassionate. You will never be the same person you were before this pain, but that's not a loss. It's growth, it's transformation. And one day, you'll wake up and realize that the weight on your chest is lighter, that the memories no longer bring tears but gratitude, that you survived, and you are still capable of love, especially for yourself. 5. Opening your heart again. The pain of losing a caring man can make you want to shut down forever. It can leave you feeling as though your heart has been shattered into pieces too small to ever be put back together. The love you once knew, the warmth and safety you cherished, now feels like a distant memory, overshadowed by the grief of loss. In response, it's natural to build walls so high that no one else can get close enough to hurt you again. You might even convince yourself that keeping people out is the best way to protect yourself from further pain. But love is not the enemy. It's easy to fear love when you've been hurt, but love itself is not what caused your pain. Loss, betrayal, or circumstances beyond your control may have taken love away from you, but that doesn't mean love is to blame. The heartache you feel is proof that you were capable of deep, meaningful connection. That kind of love is a gift, even if it didn't last forever. Love, when given freely and received with openness, can be one of the most beautiful experiences life has to offer. It has the power to heal, to inspire, and to transform you in ways you never imagined. Yes, loss is painful. Yes, trusting again is terrifying. When you've had your heart broken, the thought of opening yourself up again can feel impossible. You may find yourself questioning everything. How do you know if someone is genuine? How do you trust your judgment after being hurt? How do you ensure that you won't experience the same heartbreak all over again? These fears are valid, and they deserve to be acknowledged. However, they should not hold you hostage. Fear is meant to guide you, not control you. The truth is, there are no guarantees. But if you never open your heart again, you might miss out on the love that's still meant for you. Life is full of unexpected turns, and just as you once found love before, you can find it again. It may come in a form you never expected, at a time you least anticipate, but love has a way of finding those who are open to it. Even in friendships, in passions, and in self-discovery, love exists all around us. The key is to remain receptive to its presence. Not all men are the same. Just because you lost one good man doesn't mean there isn't another who will cherish you just as much, perhaps even more. The right person will honor your healing process and give you the space and security you need to trust again. They won't rush you or dismiss your fears, but instead, they'll show you through their actions that love doesn't have to be painful. The key is to allow yourself to recognize the difference between past wounds and present opportunities. Love does not demand perfection. It asks only for a willingness to try again, to believe that goodness and kindness can still find their way to you. One day when you're ready, you will love again. And when that day comes, you will enter into love with a greater understanding of yourself and your needs. This time, you'll carry the lessons of the past with you. You will set boundaries that protect your heart without closing it off entirely. You will listen to your intuition and trust yourself more deeply. You will know the signs of true care and affection, and you will no longer settle for anything less than the love you deserve. Love will not be rushed, nor will it be forced. It will arrive in its own time, in its own way, and it will remind you that you were never truly alone. Until then, take your time. Healing is not a race, and there is no deadline for when you should be ready to move forward. Allow yourself to grieve, to process, and to grow. Each step you take toward healing is a step toward the love that is still waiting for you. Whether that love comes from within, from friendships, or from a new romantic partner in the future. Heal at your own pace, and don't let the fear of past pain rob you of future happiness. Give yourself permission to rediscover joy, to embrace moments of peace, and to recognize that love manifests in many different forms. Most importantly, remember this: you are still worthy of love. Regardless of what has happened, regardless of how much time has passed, your worth has never changed. You deserve to be loved, cherished, and respected. And when you are ready, the love that is meant for you will find you. It will not feel forced or uncertain. Rather, it will feel like home. It will be patient, kind, and understanding. Love will not erase the past, but it will make the future brighter. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep this conversation going in the comments. What's your story? How did you heal? Your words might help someone who needs them. Stay strong, keep moving forward, and always remember, you are worthy of love.